There are lives that come and go quietly, like a candle in the wind. And then there are lives that burn so bright, that even centuries later, their flame still lights the path for millions. One such life was Swami Vivekananda. A monk, a teacher, a warrior of the spirit, and a messenger of India to the world. His words shook not just India, but the entire planet. His vision wasn't about religion alone. It was about awakening the sleeping giant within every human being. This is not just a story. This is a call to rise. This is the life of Swami Vivekananda. And this is why you must never waste the fire that burns inside you. On January 12, 1863, in the bustling city of Calcutta, a child was born to Visvanath Datta and Bhuvaneshwari Devi. They named him Narendranath Datta. But the world would later know him as Swami Vivekananda. From the very beginning, young Narendra was different. He was fearless, sharp, curious, and restless. As a boy, he would climb trees, swim across rivers, and ask questions that left elders stunned. When his mother prayed to Lord Shiva, she would tell people, "This boy is not mine, he is Shiva's gift." She was right. This boy was destined to awaken not just India, but humanity itself. Narendra was brilliant in studies. He mastered music, philosophy, literature, and even Western thought at a young age. But books weren't enough. He wanted truth. Not just theories. Not just rituals. He wanted to see God. He went to priests, scholars, and philosophers, asking, "Have you seen God?" Some gave long speeches. Some gave clever answers. But none could satisfy his burning heart. Until one day he met a simple monk in Dakshineshwar. That monk was Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. When Narendra asked him, "Sir, have you seen God?" Ramakrishna replied, "Yes, I see him as clearly as I see you. And I can show him to you." This one sentence changed everything. Under Ramakrishna's guidance, Narendra's restless fire found direction. Ramakrishna taught him that all religions are paths to the same truth. That serving mankind is the greatest worship of God. That fearlessness is the doorway to freedom. Ramakrishna told Narendra, "You are the lion who will awaken sleeping souls. You are here for a great mission." And soon, that mission would unfold. When Narendra was just in his early 20s, Sri Ramakrishna left his body. Narendra was heartbroken. But his master's words kept ringing in his ears. "Spread the message. Fear none. The world is waiting for you." So, he gathered a group of young disciples. They renounced everything. Home, wealth, comfort. They became monks. They dedicated themselves to a new order. The Ramakrishna mission. And Narendra, now called Swami Vivekananda, set out on a journey across India. Vivekananda walked barefoot across villages, towns, and cities. He saw India's beauty, but also its pain. He saw palaces of kings, and the hunger of peasants. He saw temples decorated in gold, and children starving outside. He saw wisdom in books, but also ignorance in daily life. His heart ached. He realized that religion without service was empty. He said, "So long as the millions live in hunger and ignorance, I hold every man a traitor who, having been educated, pays not the least heed to them." His mission was clear. Awaken India. Serve mankind. Fear nothing. By the 1890s, the World Parliament of Religions was announced in Chicago, USA. Vivekananda felt an inner call to represent India and its spiritual wealth. But he had no money. No support. Yet, the common people of India, poor villagers, donated coins, rupees, whatever they could. Because they saw in him not just a monk but a hope. With their blessings, Vivekananda set sail for America in 1893. September 11, 1893, Chicago. Thousands had gathered at the World Parliament of Religions. Scholars, priests, leaders from every faith stood tall, each ready to prove their superiority. And then, a saffron-clad monk from India stood up. He folded his hands and began, "Sisters and brothers of America." The entire hall of 7,000 people rose to their feet, cheering and clapping for over 2 minutes. Why? Because in those simple words, They didn't just hear a speech. They felt a brotherhood, a spirit of unity. Vivekananda spoke not of division, but of harmony. He said, "We believe not only in universal tolerance, but we accept all religions as true." He spoke of Hinduism's deep philosophy, but also of its openness. He spoke of oneness, compassion, and fearlessness. And when he ended, the world was never the same again. The West discovered India not as a land of poverty, but as a land of spiritual power. For the next several years, Vivekananda traveled across America and Europe. He gave lectures, inspired thousands, and founded Vedanta societies. He didn't preach conversion. He preached transformation. He didn't ask people to become Hindus. He asked them to become better humans. He declared, "Religion is not in books, not in theories, but in being and becoming. Strength is life. Weakness is death." His words awakened a sleeping world. When Vivekananda returned to India in 1897, he was welcomed like a hero. Crowds filled the streets. People touched his feet. Young men and women pledged to follow his vision. And Vivekananda told them, "Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached." He urged India's youth to build their muscles, their character, their courage. He said, "You will be nearer to heaven through football than through the study of the Gita." For the Gita is not for cowards. He wanted fearless, strong, selfless youth, because he knew they would rebuild the nation. Though he was young, Vivekananda's health was fragile. He had given every drop of his energy to the world. On July 4, 1902, at the age of just 39, Swami Vivekananda entered Mahasamadhi. He had once predicted, "I shall not live to be 40. And so it was. But in those 39 years, he had lit a fire that will never die. Now you may ask, why does Swami Vivekananda's life matter today? Because his words are not history. They are life's ultimate truths. When you feel weak, remember, all power is within you. You can do anything and everything. When you feel afraid, remember, fear is death, fear is sin, fear is hell. Be fearless. When you feel lost, remember, take up one idea. Make that one idea your life. Think of it, dream of it, live on that idea. This is the way to success. When you feel selfish, remember, they alone live who live for others. And above all, remember, don't waste your life. Because Vivekananda didn't. Swami Vivekananda proved that one soul, one fearless heart, one burning fire, can awaken a sleeping nation. Now it's your turn. The question is not, will you live? The question is, how will you live? Will you waste your life in comfort? Or will you rise like Vivekananda? Fearless, purposeful, unstoppable. Because the world doesn't need more followers. The world needs lions. The world needs you. Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. Swami Vivekananda. Don't waste this life. Live it with fire. If Swami Vivekananda's story touched your soul, share this message with the world. Type in the comments, "Arise, awake," and don't forget to subscribe. Because together, we will keep the fire burning.